After a nice drunken red-eye flight, how I typically like to start my trips off, we arrive at our destination at the top of the morning. Bienvenidos a Medellin, Colombia's second largest city, nested up in the Andes Mountains at 4,905 feet. Because of its close proximity to the equator, it has a pleasant year-round climate and has earned its nickname the City of Eternal Spring. It boasts beautiful, jagged skylines, lush green landscapes, and if you happen to be there during the holiday season, you're surrounded by lights. With the population of 2.5 million, the roads can get a little crazy at times. And okay, maybe traffic like this isn't so uncommon being from LA and all, but it's safe to say that in LA, you rarely see a horse or a cow blocking the road, which was a common occurrence here. Once dubbed the most dangerous city in the world due to the drug-fueled violence of Pablo Escobar, in the last 20 years, Medellin has undergone a significant transformation. The city's center is bustling with life. There always seems to be something exciting going on, whether it's music filling the streets, a national football match, or even a local rivalry match between two neighborhood kids. Churches adorn every other block, and sculptures of historical significance are scattered throughout the many plazas and squares. The highlight of the city center for me was Plaza Botero, a plaza honoring the work of Latin America's most recognized living artist, Fernando Botero. It's home to 23 of his larger-than-life sculptures, which were donated by Botero as a gift to the city that he was born and raised in. After grubbing on a quick empanada and having a nice strong cup of Colombian coffee at the Laboratorio de Café, which overlooks Plaza Botero, we headed to where we were settling in for the night, a hip and lively neighborhood just outside the downtown area called El Poblado. After looking into our options a bit, we decided on this charming little place called the Garden of Blues Hostel near Parque Lleras. The common areas were cute and comfy. They had hammocks, an amazing patio bar area where they'd have live music on Saturday nights, and the rooms were clean and cozy with views overlooking the streets and surrounding mountains. The community there was the artsy type and pretty friendly, despite the fact that I was creepily filming them sometimes without them knowing. Hola. Hola. Me encanta. By night, the streets would come alive with a hip crowd looking for a good time. When I said this area was hip, I mean it's like total kale chip, gluten-free, all-organic hip. You'll find trendy, rustic atmosphere serving up craft cocktails in a fun, creative way, and some pretty tasty bites to accompany them. Speaking of drinks, the beer you'll see most of is Colombia's national beer, Águila, a sweet-smelling, light-bodied lager. What you'll see even more of is aguardiente. It's a distillation of sugarcane, anise oils, and water. The love of aguardiente is sentimental and a part of the Colombian identity. My stepmom's Colombian and drinks this stuff like water. Maybe that's why I have such a liking towards it. Basically, how I'm hydrating out here in Colombia. Woo! Now let's talk more food. Empanadas easily take the cake for the most common street food, but you'll also find a ton of other fried, hearty, greasy, have no idea what this is, but when I saw it, I was like, fuck it. It was definitely some insides of some type. Very tasty, but a bit too chewy. Bandeja paisa is a Medellin specialty consisting of beef, pork or chicken, chorizo, chicharrón, patacones, a fried egg, beans, rice, avocado, and a small salad. Phew, that's a lot of food. Plantains. Whoa! It's coming out of his mouth. I always know if food gets me grooving, it means my belly approves. Before our trip was up, there was one more thing we had to do. Dive deeper into the life of history's most notorious drug kingpin, Pablo Escobar. Known as the king of cocaine, at the height of his career, he supplied an estimated 80% of cocaine smuggled into the U.S. He was the wealthiest criminal in history, with an estimated known net worth of $30 billion by the early 90s. The streets of Medellin is where his criminal career began and also where it came to a violent, bloody end. In the last couple years, companies have started offering city tours that visit places associated with Escobar and his fellow cartel members, so we decided to take one. And the first thing our tour guide told us was that in no way is Colombia proud or trying to glorify the horrible person he was.
Many people that were known like honest people in the city or in the country during many years, they start having relations with all these guys because they have the money.
He made a significant mark in history, and there was no denying that. We visited buildings he owned, like his office, a mall he built, his home, an elementary school he placed a car bomb in front of, the roof he was shot and killed on when he had nowhere left to run, and finally his grave. In the few minutes we were there, a man came and showered his tombstone with weed and a rose as a gesture of respect and love to his compadre. Yes, there are people who see him as a hero, but like anything else, there's always an opposing force. When people think of Colombia, they think drugs, cartel, danger, but it's so much more than that. It's alive and rich in culture, and I'm starting to see that more people are discovering the gem that Colombia really is. I've barely scratched the surface and have a ton more places to come visit, so I'll be back soon, I'm sure. Ciao, Colombia. Gracias por todo.